Like Canada, you didn't love that, right?
Given the circumstances, I think I've shown a remarkable amount of restraint.
So kudos to the corporation if that is true. Again, let me know below in comments if you've had a different experience.
They're even indoctrinating the babas.
So today we are going to talk about some weird things that I noticed about Target, the supermarket Target, which is like the most fun store ever. Ah, corporate America. I am your disciple.
Can conflate buying our products with genuine activism.
Maybe you're better than me. Maybe you shop entirely in mom and pop stores, and I think that's amazing. But I get excited when I see Target and Walmart and all those staples. So for me, it's a novelty. Excuse me, I do apologize. Speaking of budgets, if you want to see more of me and Mr. Chewy and get exclusive behind the scenes content and extra rewards and stuff and things, do check out patreon.com/Jennings or right here on YouTube channel membership. If you're not in a position to do so, don't worry, just like, comment, and subscribe. Those feed the algorithm monster and bring eyes to the channel. If you don't know what to comment, just tell me your favorite color. So the first thing that surprised me about Target is it's way bougier than Walmart. Like when I first heard about Target, I thought it was going to be just like the same as Walmart, like the way Aldi and Lidl are, which are like the big kind of places in Europe. I know you guys have some or one of those there too, but that's what I thought like Target and Walmart would be. But they're completely different. Well, not completely different, like they sell some of the same products. So yeah, it's way bougier. It's tidier, it's kind of cleaner and more organized than Walmart, but the prices are also reflecting the big difference. Like it's way more expensive in Target.
Sorry, when did the prices turn into crazy land? And they are significantly cheaper than back home. Oh shoot, wishful thinking. They're more expensive, but still cheaper, like half the price.
And the tagline for the store is expect more, pay less. So I'm sure you're paying less than like if you went to Trader Joe's. Is that the like kind of expensive one over there? But it's like still more expensive than Walmart, or there was a place I went, Price something. It was a cheap place. It was cool. And I found it really interesting because when I looked it up, the median household income for the generic shopper in Target is actually higher than the national average. So apparently the median household income of Target shoppers is $64,000. Apparently the average US income is $51,939. That seems very high to me, by the way, as the national average, like nearly $52,000. That's what the internet said. Is that correct? But according to statistics, Target guests are on average 40 years old, 43% of kids, and 57% have completed college, which is like, that's a significant number who've done college. And I always thought it was like really clever and funny when people call it Tarjay. And I thought that was like a recent thing, like a meme, but apparently not so. People have been calling it Tarjay since the 1960s. Apparently this joke originated in Minneapolis. Did I say that wrong? Minneapolis, not Annapolis. Something else that really shocked me in Tarjay was how many things are locked behind glass.
Are they all locked up because of the Tide Pod challenge? Do people still do that?
That is not something you see in Europe, although we have started getting the most random items having security tags on them in some stores. So when I saw this, I was like, oh, they must get like a lot of stuff stolen in Target. And then I went to look up the statistics on this, but there are no official statistics, but it's estimated they lose around $500 million in theft every year. And apparently some of the theft is internal as well, like people who work there apparently steal stuff too, which I guess is like a thing that happens. But the biggest problem with that is it drives up prices for us, the consumers, because they have to obviously account for their lost inventory, so that makes the prices on everything higher. So while it feels like a bit annoying that everything's locked behind glass, it's also kind of good because if there's less stuff stolen, stuff would be cheaper in turn, I guess. And that made me start thinking about, is Target a good place to work? And when I looked this up, it turns out it actually, according to the internet, is. But if you work at Target and you feel differently, let me know below in comments. By the way, if you didn't know, I used to work in a department store. It was like one of my very first jobs. I worked in a store called Dunnes Stores. I worked in the menswear section, and can I just say, if you ever want to work in a department, menswear is the one to work in, because men are just not as messy. As a woman, we are messy shoppers. Like, I will pick up 500 things and I will put them back in the wrong place. I try not to, but like I do inevitably do it sometimes. Men will come in and they're like, I need a white shirt with short sleeves. And then you'll go, certainly, sir, what size are you? And they'll go, medium. And then you'll go, okay, well, we have this one and this one and this one. Would you like to go try them on? They're like, no, I will get that one. And you're like, oh, okay, well, okay. And then they buy it. Like, they just buy it. There's not that much, like, I'm not saying every man does that, but, like, it's just so much easier than women's wear. And I cannot imagine having to deal with spillages and stuff in the grocery section. But anyway, back to Target. Apparently, currently, they pay between $15 and $24 an hour, which to me sounds like pretty good pay. At least when you compare it to, like, being a server. I know that's like a very problematic area to work in the USA, and that's where the whole tipping culture comes in. Like, I've heard people only getting paid $3 an hour, which, like, how is that okay? But anyway, apparently they also have like a lot of infrastructure in place for workers in Target too, which is good news. They have like pension plans and maternity leave and stuff like that. So kudos to the corporation if that is true. Again, let me know below in comments if you've had a different experience. Which brings me on to Canada. Apparently, Target was a big old flop when it tried to expand into Canada. Not such good news for Target workers in Canada at all. Apparently, a bunch of them, like up to 18,000, are going to be laid off very soon, or have been already. They're in the process of closing 133 Target department stores. So apparently, it tried to expand in March 2013 to Canada, but Canadians, y'all weren't having it. The company lost about $2 billion in revenue. Like, that's a lot of money.
No shit, Sherlock.
Just a little bit of pocket change. The official line for stuff they blamed was a flawed merchandising system, tight time frame, and inadequate leadership. That was the official reasoning. However, Canadians online have said they just didn't have any of the stuff that they wanted in the department stores. Like, they were out of stock on loads of supplies. And by the time they expanded into Canada, Canadians already had their favorite department stores that they were loyal to. Seems they just got too big too fast, and they didn't check out the landscape before they went to Canada. I have a theory too that Target is super USA patriotic. There was so much patriotic merchandise in the store. Like, Canada, you didn't love that, right?
I wonder, is it possible perchance to purchase some America-themed apparel in this store? They're even indoctrinating the babas. I'm so American, I only eat things that are red, white, and blue. These look amazing.
I'm presuming they didn't put that stuff in Canada. Like, maybe they had Canadian merchandise, but again, let me know below in comments if you had an experience of that. And finally, the biggest thing I noticed about Target is something known as the Target effect, which is not the most creative name for it, but like also concise. So much impulse shopping in Target, and I fell victim to it big time. One of the things that they do in the stores apparently is make it a really relaxing shopping experience. And the first thing I noticed about Target is how wide the aisles are. There's so much room. Like, as opposed to Dollar Tree where you're like, ooh, with your little cart, like, ooh, I'm like banging into people. And you kind of just want to get out of there really fast because, like, ugh, people, agoraphobia. I don't have agoraphobia, by the way. I just don't like people. Kidding. Sometimes I like people. I like some people.
She's lying. She hates you all.
The other thing I noticed was the trolleys are really light and they're really easy to move around. Like, they're not like clink clink, like big metal trolleys that have like a bockety wheel. I always get the bockety wheel, but like the trolleys were, carts. You guys call them carts. The carts were like way smoother to glide around the store, and I have to imagine that is some kind of design by Target. Like, everybody knows that stores do stuff to make you like cross by, like you go in to buy a candle and you end up coming out with like a candle plate and some lighters and stuff like that. Or you'll go in to get bread and bread won't be in the first aisle, like bread will be like 5 aisles down. Like, Target obviously do that, but I'm thinking the trolleys and the wide aisles are a thing by design as well. Also, Target has the most random products. I absolutely loved the pet section.
Stop. I like literally can't not buy something. This is so exciting. This is so exciting. These are so much cheaper here, and he actually loves them. My whole suitcase is just gonna be full of stuff for Dewey. I thought that was it, but there are like multiple aisles for pets. Multiple. You literally only get this much variety online usually. Funfetti. Funfetti. That's the funniest name. Funfetti. Just like sprinkles, isn't it? You have to have fun though when you use them. Oh my god, they come in different shapes. I feel like this is too fancy of a name for what it is. Velveeta. Ooh, let's have some Velveeta. Lads, this creamer stuff, we don't have it so much back home. This is what adds 50 million calories to your coffee in the morning and you don't even notice. Let's see. How many calories? Actually, that's not bad. Pillow Fort is a freaking fantastic name for bed linen. I thought those were like creator only stuff. I'm sure glad I have this trash bag. I'm real glad. I'm always surprised by how many not water options there are in America. Like, there's a lot of not water. Hello, new friends. Oh, different spelling, but oh. I feel like there might be some subliminal advertising at play, but I can't tell what. See, this is how they get you. I didn't come in here for any of these things. Given the circumstances, I think I've shown a remarkable amount of restraint.
It's interesting to note that Target do not sell pew-pews like Walmart. Apparently, they made a stand about this a number of years ago. But they do have a number of self-defense products, which for me as a European, I think is pretty cool. It's quite difficult to get your hands on stuff like pepper spray here. And they definitely have the one-stop shop thing down as well. That's super cool, like the pharmacy. And then some stores have a Starbucks. And it just like definitely makes for like, I'm gonna spend a couple of hours in Target. And I come out with like 15 things when I only went in to buy one thing. But anyway, let me know your thoughts on Target below in comments. Do you shop there? Do you not shop there? What is the silliest thing you've ever bought in Target? P.S. If you're watching this in real time, I will be having a live stream coming up on Wednesday with a big announcement, so stay tuned. Shout out to a couple of very special people.
You know, Chewy didn't even get to eat that ice cream. We made it and it's in the freezer, but then it turned out Chewy had all these food allergies, so we didn't get to try it. But maybe I will get to try it sometime soon. Anyway, shout out to all these really cool people in the crew. You're very good to me. And you made it so Mommy could buy me ice cream even if Chewy can't eat it. I'm thinking about it now. Yum yum, ice cream.
Thank you so much, guys. That's it for today. See you on the other side. Bye.